Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mambo number 5. One, two, three, four, five. Everybody in the car, so come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't wanna be a buzz like I had last week. I must stay deep, cause talk is cheap. I like Angela, Pamela, Sandra, and Rita. And as I continue, you know they getting sweeter. So what can I do? I really
Today
bag
we're
you my
bringing you episode 3 of the Backdoor Podcast. Today we're gonna go a little bit about. We're gonna go over a little bit of the MLB All-Star Game and the Home Run Derby, which just happened tonight, and talk a little bit about the Celebrity Softball Game. We should mention the double swing off, the insane amount of home runs that called it. Zach's going to give us a little bit of his NBA free agency update because, he covers more NBA than I do. Then we're going to give you a new segment, Obscure Sports Quarterly. Stick around to hear from that one. That should be fun. And then wrap it up with another Slice of Life, which I think we're fully prepared for that one this week, I believe.
Yeah, I've been preparing for this one for years.
Oh, okay.
It was your fault last week, so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And then we're going to introduce a new segment, which we're going to try to get on next week's episode, hopefully. And hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. So let's start with a weekend update. We'll save Zach for last. Jake, any updates from your long July 4th holiday-filled weekend?
Not really. I don't know what to say. I didn't do much. I just kind of hung out with you guys and
I didn't know how much
played
of the
some
weekend
golf.
you actually remembered.
I wasn't drunk.
Yeah.
We don't drink. We're an anti-drinking
Austin.
podcast.
Okay.
Wait,
That's not true.
sure.
Oh. What are you implying, Zach?
I'm not implying anything, Austin.
All right.
All of us have our inner demons. It's okay.
Yours is gambling and drinking.
Whoa, jeez. All right. Well, I've been stabbed. multiple
Moving
times already. Yeah. Next. Yeah, I didn't do much this weekend either. I coached some baseball, drank some beer here and there, went and golfed 2 rounds of golf this week actually, and big tournament coming up this week, so we better get that. By the way, we have a 4-man team or a 3-man team?
Oh, right.
We have 3-man basketball team.
Told you, Jake. Told you we didn't have 4.
I read Charlie.
No, didn't get around to asking him.
You bum.
Only there was.
I was hoping we'd at least have 2 decent people counting me.
That's hilarious.
We took your little brother out, and I swear to shit, he had some ones that squared up better than you.
So he turns 13 soon, and Zach thinks that he's better than me. Jeez,
Well, I never said I think he's better than you.
All right. Anyway, Zach, give us your weekend update.
No, I didn't do too much.
I don't know if I should say that I'm glad that you're here, or I mean.
Well, I think you should say that.
So.
Oh, I'm not on the inside, but so yeah. I mean, I played golf 1 round with autistic Austin and his little brother, and unfortunately wasn't able to play with Jake due to some time restrictions. Other than that, nothing big deal. Just basically failed at suicide by jumping out of a plane at 14,000 feet. But, that's cool. So, yeah, I went skydiving, and I survived, I guess, for the most part. It was a pretty dope experience. I mean...
Yeah, we have plenty of time, so please tell us.
I mean...
It's not a lot of news to cover today. So.
Well, I got there, and basically we were supposed to jump out pretty early in the morning. So we got there. It was over in East Troy by Milwaukee. Got there at about 8:45 in the morning, and due to torrential downpours that rolled through and cloud cover, because they have rules like you can't jump out of the plane if you can't see where you're jumping, which I think is pretty solid. Also, because it's like a private airport or like one of the smaller ones, there are other planes that go out, so I don't want to end up like one of those gooses, in the words of Letterkenny, one of those gooses that basically caused Sully Sullenberger to become a fucking god. So, yeah, didn't end up jumping till about 3 o'clock. So I was there all day. Got really
Jesus.
hungry. Ordered some dope-ass barbecue chicken sandwiches from this nearby place, which in hindsight, because after completing said sandwich, which was pretty fucking big, had to then go and get fitted for my suit within the next 20 minutes and then get onto a plane within the next 30. So, yeah, that was maybe not the greatest idea. But ended up taking a airplane ride sitting in an Australian dude's lap all the way up to 14,000 feet. Well,
I did that, but not in an airplane.
I know, I told him it was my normal Saturday as well. He was proceeding to talk shit in my ear the entire time up,
As most
which I found endearing and not at all calming. So it was a very conflicting time. Then, basically, felt like I was going to throw up the whole ride up. And then got to where we were going to jump out of, and I watched people leave an airplane in a fashion I never really wanted to see people leave an airplane. And then it was my turn, and I am connected to this shit-talking Aussie, and he tells me to sit on the edge. So I'm sitting on the edge of this open doorway, 14,000 feet in the air, with my legs dangling over nothing. And shockingly, I didn't throw up and didn't feel like I had to anymore. And then you look across the clouds. They're white as normal. And if they weren't, think there would have been shit in my pants. No, I don't think so either. So then, basically it's that old, not really that old, it's that internet's favorite question, if you were in a fuck sandwich between both your parents, which way you leaning? And I guess I chose to lean back and let this man get even closer to me, and then we jumped.
What a comparison.
Yeah, no, because it was either you lean forward and just twirl, which is not good, especially when it's a free fall out of an airplane, where stability is normally key.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I fucking leaned back, and I was, I guess, ready to go, because then we left, and we went down, and when we were going down, I could not get my arms down at all, because you're traveling at 120 miles an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And fell for about 50, 60 seconds, all the way down to 9,000 feet. Then we get the cord pulled. And while falling, it's weird. The only thing that really makes you feel like you're falling is the fact that you can't put your arms down because the wind's pushing them up. Otherwise, like, the pressure on your chest and everything doesn't really... It just feels like you're floating there. And then, also, unlike the movies, you can't hear shit. So no one was going to be able to hear me wildly screaming fuck as I hurled towards the ground, which is good. And then a cord gets pulled, I'm able to take my goggles off, and then he utters the phrase that I never thought I'd hear and never thought would be terrifying. He said to me, So there's a yellow loop up here to your left. I'm gonna have you put your hand in this yellow loop, and there's gonna be one to your right. I'm gonna have you put your hand in that one as well, and you're gonna steer for a little bit. And I was like, I didn't say this because I didn't really want to make my instructor uneasy, as I was in this moment, because one of us is already losing our fuck. I didn't want to kill us both. Oh man, there was a lot of fuck going around in that air, and most of it was in my mind hole. It was like I'm sitting there with my life and this guy's life in my hands, and I was about to end both of them because he thought it was a good idea. But yeah, no, I steered the parachute. Was getting us down to the ground for about 90% of that, and he took over, and then basically sat in his lap again, and we landed on the ground.
Wow, how romantic.
I know, right? Buy me dinner first. They didn't even pay for the chicken and barbecue.
Damn, that's rough.
But yeah, no, I survivived. There should be video coming shortly. I just gotta find a way to screen capture. Well, I'm able to obtain it. It's just paying $100 for a fucking video of you free falling. Apparently, they only put it on their website, and they don't allow you to they don't send you something that you can download because greedy Jews. But I mean, yeah, no, I gotta find a way to screen record it, and then it'll be to our use.
I think I have a way. We'll figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that was my experience.
Yeah. Well, we are, I guess, glad to have you here. Sure.
Yeah, I guess I'm glad to be here.
All right. Well, let's get into sports, I guess. So the home run derby happened tonight, and holy shit! I mean, I called it.
That was fucking nuts.
I said there was going to be a lot of home runs. Now, did I expect there to be...
bold prediction, buddy.
Well, did I? Okay, I said there was going to be...
Half of them be
Let me say that again.
Guerrero?
I said that there was going to be a record amount of home runs. Now, did I predict that there was going to be 240 home runs by the second round?
Roll
the
the
record
tapes.
is only 220 something.
We're gonna 5.5.
We're gonna no doubt see a record amount of home runs.
Do you get
in the first place? No. But Jesus Christ.
By the end of Vlad Guerrero's final round,
Vlad broke
by the
the
end of that
record
round,
for every
17
round.
miles worth of home runs.
He broke the record for every
It was
single
insane.
round. I don't know if you saw it, but
that was perhaps the greatest.
The second round was the greatest matchup in a home run derby you will ever see. Okay, so I should explain.
That was the greatest home run derby you could ever see. That was insane.
Oh, 100%. So I was at work, not really watching it, but luckily I was able to get it on my phone for a little bit. So my degenerate ass made a gambling bet with Javi, saying that Bregman would beat Peterson in the first round. Peterson was not going to make it out of the first round. Obviously he did. Peterson won 21-16 over Bregman. Then he had to go up against Guerrero, and I was like, oh, this is going to be a blowout. Wrong. 3 fucking tiebreakers. 40-39.
It was the craziest. It was the craziest round I've ever seen.
I missed the first part of it, not the tiebreakers or anything. I missed the actual round where they were tied at 28. I think it was 28. So I missed that part, but I saw that Peterson hit a buzzer beater bomb basically to tie it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, all right, interesting. And then I saw the first it wasn't even what did they get? 30 seconds, hit as many as I can.
Yeah.
I think it was
No. It was so It was the
I
first
think it's
round,
30
and then
seconds,
after the
and then they
first
get
round, it was a minute. They get a minute to hit as many, and then after the minute, they get if they're still tied, it's a three-swing
three
swing
swing.
off.
Yeah. So the 1 minute was, I think they went from 28 to 35. I think they both hit like 7.
Yeah.
And
No, they hit
then
yeah.
I
Or
think
did they
that's
add
what it
8
was.
apiece? It was 36. I think it was 36.
Okay.
Yeah.
36. So then the first swing off, Guerrero hit what, 1?
Yeah.
And Peterson had it. He had it put away. So the first swing he didn't get, but the second swing he did, and then the third one was crushed, but he was so far ahead of it that it was second deck foul down the right field line. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
dude, you just blew it. Like,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah. And then the third swing off, I think Guerrero hit 1 or 2. And
Guerrero hit
1,
2.
and then,
2.
so then Peterson hit 3?
No, so what it went, it was they were
No,
tied.
no. Okay, yeah,
obviously
no, sorry,
tied.
I was wrong. Guerrero won that round, duh. Yeah, so Guerrero
'Cause,
hit 2, and Peterson hit 1. And Peterson choked it so bad. He rolled over his last swing. It
Yeah,
was
he hit
god-awful.
he hit an out to first base.
Which, I mean, makes sense considering he was, 0 for 14 that 1 week in fantasy?
Yeah.
When we looked
I
at it.
mean, and then the final. I mean, Vladdy hit 91 home runs. Vladdy hit more home runs than 4 teams in the MLB, and if I remember correctly, it was like the Royals, the Giants, I'm spacing on the 2 others, but he hit more home runs than 4 MLB teams up until this point,
It was
just in the home run derby. And
Like, the
I swear for like one of them where he had like 7 in a row, he was averaging like 430 feet per home run.
I want to
He
know
was
what the
fucking
average
crushing
exit velo was for this, because it had to be insane. But
I'm pretty sure it probably would be like 110, 111.
yeah, I'm gonna see if CBS
The
has
thing
any.
that I mean, it's always fun to kind of watch a rookie do it, and then Pete Alonso basically being the 3rd place guy for MVP right now in the NL. It's really cool to watch.
I'd put him 4th. I'd say John. Well, who are your top 3?
It would probably be Yelich, Bellinger, and Alonso.
Ooh, Josh Bell though.
Josh Bell has been doing really, really good, but I mean, and yeah, I get it that Mets haven't really been winning, but still, like I think Pete Alonso is just he's doing things. But then, I think the thing that really got Vladdy screwed was the fact that he did hit 91, and if you look at it, Pete Alonso only had to hit 57.
Mm-hmm.
He literally he didn't go first, I don't think, in any of the rounds. He always went second, and because of going second, you don't necessarily have to hit nearly as many. You just had to hit 1 more than the other guy. But then you look at like what Vladdy had to do, and he hit like 30 bombs or 29 or whatever, and it's like the next his opponent hit 16.
Yeah,
it's like he burned himself out so quick.
I feel like that's always what happens. Like coming into the final, whoever has more home runs isn't gonna win, because it's just like it's so many home runs that your body you can't do it.
You basically just give up at that point. Ronald Acuna did that at the end of his 1 round.
Yeah, I mean, Vlad was just clearly exhausted. Like you could tell.
I'm kind of disappointed that Vladdy Sr. didn't pitch to him, but
yeah. What was the longest one?
I think it was Vladdy, 480 something. I think 486.
488. Yeah, that was in the swing-off round where he hit 40 home runs. That ball was 112 miles an hour off the bat. His average exit velo was actually down to 104.8 that round.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because he was dying. And that impressive as I thought. But the amount of home runs was insane.
Yeah, I mean, and just like the amount that was over like it's 440. You have to hit 2 of them that far in your round to get that 30-second bonus. It's just the fact that each person almost every single round, if they finished the round, had that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, what did you think of Yelich dropping out?
Well, I mean, it's
okay.
smart. He's a bad back. If he has a bad back, I get it. Playing in games like that, it's an honor to be nominated. It's an honor to be in it. But again, why are you going to risk your overall health just to play in it? It's not like, I mean, yeah, it's $1 million and you get a cool trophy and a chain. But other than that, it's like, how much are you really going to risk when you can make way more money and you can have way more like career achievement if you win a World Series or make it to the playoffs?
Yeah.
He wasn't going to get Vlad anyways.
No.
Yeah, no. I think it was dumb that Vlad was an 8. I think I said that in the last episode, but Vlad should not have been an 8. He was. I get like he's young.
If anything,
he hasn't
he
had
should
a
have
lot of MLB
switched with Matt
experience.
Chapman.
Yeah, no kidding. But like he
But
should have
Vladdy
been at
at the
least a
1
2 or a 3.
Chapman at 8.
And
I mean,
don't think
hindsight's always 20/20, but then because he's only had like what 8 home runs so far this season.
Yeah, but I don't think if you would have look at him, if you would have put him as a 3 or a 4, maybe even a 2, I don't think anyone would have complained. They would have looked at him and been like, "Yeah, no, this guy definitely deserves it." Like, do you know his dad? Do you know where he was ranked in the fucking prospect rankings?
He's literally taking daddy hacks.
Yeah, I mean, he's massive. He's just huge.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That kind of frustrated me to see that even when Yelich was in it, like I was like, seriously, he has to go up against. I mean, it would have been an insane matchup, but he did not deserve an 8. He should have been way higher. But yeah, I guess it's nice to see Yelich is gonna try to play the All-Star game tomorrow. I mean, he'll probably only get 1, maybe 2 at bats. So it's nice to see that he's still gonna try to play in that. I guess I was just more interested in seeing PFT and Big Cat on the fucking electric chair. Because if Yelich won the Derby, they'd eat each other's ass. So I wanted to watch that. Not the actual them eating ass, but
yep, sure.
I wanted to watch the electric chair. That would have been hilarious.
Exposed.
Austin likes watching
How funny
men
would that
eat
be?
other men's
Watching
asses.
them just get super freaked out, like, oh shit, if this guy wins, we're gonna have to eat each other's ass, bro. Zach, no, when football season comes or something, we're gonna make a bet, and it's gonna be just like this, so that then you can see what I'm talking about.
What?
This is
that you
a
and
tough
I
look for
will
you,
eat each
Austin.
other's
Not
ass.
about eating ass, but it's gonna be something very
I wanted
serious.
to watch that. Zach, you and I are gonna make that same bet.
No, I didn't say
Austin really
bet.
wants to eat a man's ass, and it sounds like mine.
I didn't say it
Sounds
was
like
gonna be the same bet. It's like a corn cob, damn it. Anyways. The celebrity softball game also went on tonight. I did not get the chance to watch it, but you two did.
I got to watch
Tell me
it.
about it.
I don't have
J.R.
TV.
Smith is J.R. Smith. So J.R. Smith did his first at bat, which was basically an inside the park home run, shirtless as J.R. Smith does. Then also, so the score I believe was 21-15. The world team beat the Cleveland team because Cleveland people are idiots, and Cleveland against the world. Since apparently everybody hates Cleveland.
Everyone.
It's a new show premiering at 9 Eastern on CBS. But Jim Thome, at one point, who was playing for Cleveland team, he let his son get an at-bat, and his son roped an RBI double, so that was cool to watch. What was also cool to watch was to watch that midget cheerleader, whatever the fuck gymnast bitch, Simone Biles, or however you say her name.
Cheerleader bitch.
Basically shit her pants in the outfield because there were 3 balls hit straight to her, and she just she looked basically like my dog trying to find his way around my house. My dog is blind, for those of you who don't know. she could not field a ball to save her life, which I wouldn't have expected that because most of them are celebrities and don't actually have any real physical attributes, except she is a gymnast.
Yeah.
So she nimbly
also
got
how
to the
tall?
ball, but she like, I don't know, 52 inches maybe. I'm not even gonna go in feet because it feels wrong because she's that fucking short that the feet distinction can't even. Then again, that was kind of like when people call their babies, oh, he's 48 months old. Like, no, he's 4 months
I
old.
don't
He's
think that
4
many
years old.
people say that, but
People,
there's a
well,
certain
maybe not
age.
that old, but
There's a certain age where they just.
but yeah, no, it was fun to watch because, I mean, you get to watch famous people look absolutely dumb
Mhm.
because they want to. Like
Mhm.
on the Cleveland team had like J.R. Smith, Simone Biles, Drew Carey from The Price
Time
is
out, time
Right,
out.
which I
Can we
touched
just-
myself to.
Can we just acknowledge the fact that Cleveland is okay with J.R. Smith being
Has
on
enough
their
celebrities.
team? Like they were
What
like,
do you mean?
yeah, we want J.R. Smith on there after everything that he's done.
Well, I don't know if they had a choice.
He probably just
I
invited
don't know if they had a
himself.
choice. Hell, he maybe didn't even know what team he was on.
He probably invited himself.
He might have. Who knows? But yeah, no. I mean, they had MGK as well on their
Saw
team.
that.
They had Jim Tomei. They had who else? They had Kenny Lofton. Pretty nice. And then they had the Miz, which after watching this, I hate the Miz. I don't really know what he does, but all I know is I want him dead.
He wrestles. Duh.
He looks like it.
Actually, I think he does.
I don't know what he does.
I'm pretty sure I've heard people
The
say
Miz
he
more
wrestles.
like should have been Miz carried, but
Okay.
it just pissed me off because he was just being a douche the whole time, it seemed. And on the World, you had people like Daddy Yankee, Ryan
Of
Howard,
course he's on the World.
who just cranked a dinger. Okay. Who else did they have? That Jenny Finch or whatever it is, that softball player. They had Colton Underwood, which I wouldn't call him a celebrity. He's a bona fide whore, as is everybody that's on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. That's another one that they had on Cleveland. They had the chick that plays Rosa from
Parks.
From Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh.
Who the fuck are you?
What do you mean?
Rosa from Parks? No.
No, it just...
Rosa from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the chick that played her. Oh, you said Rosa Parks.
Yep.
Which is even dumber, because she's dead.
Okay, time out. I'm on Instagram right now, and I have to say, I'm really freaked out by this whole Yelich and Bellinger being best friends thing.
Why?
I don't like it.
Yelly Belly.
Yeah, but who's going to offer him the most money? Sure as hell isn't going to be a small-ass market team from Milwaukee. And I just don't
What do you mean? We
have
have him under contract till like 2023.
He's got an option like next year. If he can, he's going to opt out. He wants the money.
It probably be 2022. No, it's not all about the money with everybody.
We've paid him that much. The size of Jake's tiny shrimp peen and the time that he has been an MVP and possible.
We didn't pay him that. He's still on his deal. We got him in a trade.
Okay, I'm saying we're paying him. Like I said, Jake, you weren't here.
We're paying him on his rookie salary.
We're paying Christian Yelich.
He's on his rookie contract.
The amount of Jake Shrimpeen, and he's an MVP. And Zach just thinks that.
Yeah, he is an
Yelich
MVP, but he's still, I'm pretty sure, on his rookie contract. So of course he's not getting paid a lot. Once his contract and like his rookie contract ends, yeah, maybe he's gonna be offered a fuck ton more money, but it's not always all about the money. I mean, granted, if you're good enough, you're gonna get the money no matter where you go. But it's not always like that's not always the driving force with people. Like you look at people that are willing to take minor deals to, or like they get less money just to be in a place that they want to be at because if they're willing to do that.
Yeah. Before we talk about the All-Star game, I'd like to apologize to everybody that is listening to this. Our energy is kind of low. It's late as fuck. And yeah.
You're so fucking gassed. This is like 4 hours past my bedtime.
It's 11:40 right now. And
I fell asleep at work today.
We all work early in the morning, so
And I drive equipment.
yeah. All right. So
I mean, I work at 1, so I mean.
Well, apparently Zach's a low life, so yeah.
I work at 1 to 9, asshole. I still put in 8 hours. Fuck.
Okay, fair enough. All-Star game is tomorrow, which probably be already passed by the time that our listeners are actually listening to this.
Won't be able to watch that either.
You can come over to
Insert score
TV.
here.
The storms messed up my satellite so bad.
Well, you can come watch it at my house. As I try to find the lineups, Zach, what did you think of the All-Star game hats and home run derby hats?
I mean,
I haven't seen those.
I wasn't really paying attention to the hats. Also, like, barely anybody wore the fucking hats. That was like actually participating.
They were the ones with like
I barely
the bats
saw those.
Crossed and then the like.
Oh, and it's like the stars around it.
Yeah, it looked sick.
It looked like, yeah, those are cool, but like barely anyone wore them.
Yeah.
Like Vladdy let his golden locks fucking flap in the wind. Ronald Acuna didn't wear a hat. Josh Bell, I don't think he did. If he did, it was backwards, and I'm pretty sure it was just his Pirates hat. But so, like, I wasn't really paying attention to those. But the jerseys, from what I saw, they're going with the sleeveless again.
Yep, they look sweet.
Which I thought was a beautiful look. Yeah. And that was like the Reds did the other day, that basically let Nick Senzel and Yasiel Puig put the fear of God into people.
Derek Dietrich.
Yeah, fuck Derek Dietrich.
Puig looked
fucking
massive.
huge. No, Derek Dietrich looked fucking huge.
I don't know if I saw it.
Puig looked scary.
Anyways,
I mean, when you lick your bat, you're not afraid of anything, especially TV. So,
true. I'll look at where he grew up. Not much to be afraid of there.
Yeah.
If you can make it out of there, you can make it out of anywhere.
Okay. Yep.
Anyways,
sure.
American League starting lineup for the All-Star game. George Springer, right field. DJ LeMahieu, second base. Trout in center. Carlos Santana at first. JD Martinez DHing. Bregman playing third. Gary Sanchez catching. Michael Brantley in left. Jorge Polanco at shortstop. And Justin Verlander, former Tiger, pitching. Any thoughts?
It's a pretty good lineup. I mean, it sounds like everybody that is in there actually deserves to be in. It's not just like some fucking show. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, he's had a great season. I was kind of shocked when DJ LeMahieu got in, but again, he's had a great season. It's just it doesn't seem like he's been relevant since the last 2 years.
If there's one thing that does kind of upset me, it's Xander Bogaerts. He didn't even talk about him as being a snub, but he was the biggest snub in all of the All-Star game. He is statistically the best shortstop in baseball this year, and he was not even in the starter ballot for AL. So
yeah,
but what do you
it happens.
He's not
fan voted for the most part, so.
Yep. Then the National League, we have Yelich leading off in left, Baez at short, Freddie Freeman at first, Cody Bellinger in right, Nolan Arenado at third, Josh Bell's going to DH, Wilson Contreras catching, Ketel Marte, second base, your boy.
Get it fucking right.
Ronald Acuna Jr. in center, and then Hyunjin Ryu is pitching.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I mean, the shitty part about it's not even their starting lineup. It's the fact that, I mean, Josh Hader's not in it anymore either. But Brandon Woodruff replaced them, so that was cool. So, I mean, it's still a Brewer in there. But, it sucks because, you want to see the best players out there. And Brandon Woodruff has been an amazing player and, if not one of the best starters out there. But, I mean, the most dominant reliever in baseball right now.
Yeah, so then the NL reserves, Yasmani Grandal from the Brewers, catcher, JT Realmuto, Phillies, Pete Alonso from the Mets, Max Muncy from the Dodgers, Moustakas from the Brewers, Chris Bryant from the Cubs, Paul DeJong from the Cardinals, Trevor Story from the Rockies, Charlie Blackmon from the Rockies, David Dahl from the Rockies, Jeff McNeil from the Mets, I can't fucking talk. AL reserves, James McCann from the White Sox, also pretty sure he's a former Tiger as well. Jose Abreu from the White Sox, Daniel Vogelbach from the Mariners, Gleyber Torres from the Yankees, Matt Chapman from the A's, Xander Bogaerts from the Red Sox, Frankie Lindor from the Indians, Mookie Betts from the Red Sox, Joey Gallo from the Rangers, Austin Meadows from the Rays, and Whit Merrifield from the Royals. Yeah.
Not bad. I mean, there's some names in there that you don't really expect, but I never thought I'd expect James McCann to be in an All-Star game.
Yeah. Did you see who the Marlins designated person was? Because you know how each team has to have one person, right?
No, I didn't.
Well, each team has to have one representative in the All-Star game. So who do you think the Marlins have as their All-Star?
Please don't tell me it's Lewis Brinson.
No, I don't think he's even in the MLB.
Because it should be, if anything, it should be Garrett Cooper or it should be Brian Anderson. It should not be Starlin Castro.
Nope, it's a pitcher.
Is it Caleb Smith?
Nope, it's Sandy Alcantara.
There's so many pitchers. There's a few.
There's
a couple
so much better
on their roster that I would be. Like, you could. Brian Anderson has been pretty damn solid.
He's made 3 starts over Sandy Alcantara.
Brian Anderson's been pretty good. Garrett Cooper's been really good. Starlin Castro, I don't know if he's been average or whatever. What's their catcher, Jorge Alvarado or whatever it is, Alfaro. He's been really good this year. Then you got Caleb Smith, who's been one of the most underrated pitchers in the league right now. He's actually looking like he could be in anyone else's staff. He could be like a 3 pitcher, but he's like right now the quiet ace of the Marlins. And even what's that one dude's name? Conley. It's like Drew Conley or whatever it is. He's not pitching bad at all. And then, like you said, Jordan Yamamoto, he's made 3 starts, but still would put him above Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah.
It's
and then,
sad.
So the Giants representative is Will Smith.
Good.
Okay. The Padres was Kirby Yates.
Yep.
Trying to find other teams that were so bad that they'd only have one.
The Royals?
They have Whit Merrifield, and I think that might actually be it. Yep, that's it. But there was one that was really shocking. I forgot who it was. Shane Green for one.
The Tigers.
Which there could have been a couple pitchers, but not really. Oh, the Orioles. John Means.
Yeah.
No, Trey Mancini.
Yes. Well, yeah, Trey Mancini, but John Means isn't the bad one either. John Means has been their ace. John Means has been really damn good.
Oh well, I don't really want to talk about this anymore. You got any NBA free agency stuff?
I mean, nothing too big. Just some stuff that's kind of happened over the last week. Obviously, the whole Kawhi and Paul George thing, but we don't really have to talk about that since that's probably been talked to death by every single other thing ever.
We also only have like 12 people that listen to this, so.
That's
Boogie
just
Cousins.
That's just like me now.
Boogie Cousins agreed to a 1-year deal with the Lakers. Rondo's going back to the Lakers on a 2-year deal. Damari Carroll reworked his deal with San Antonio, but he's still going there. The Thunder are looking at possibly dealing Russell Westbrook, and right now a front runner is the Heat. The Spurs, they traded away Davis Bertans to the Wizards. The Spurs also got Marcus Morris, the better of the two Morris brothers, on a 2-year, $20 million deal. The Bucks get their second pair of brothers, with maintaining Giannis, obviously, and signing Thanasis Antetokounmpo, the older brother, to a 2-year deal.
Yes.
And then that also, the other
yes.
pair of brothers is Brooke and Robin Lopez.
We should sign
Let's see.
Kostas, then we can start the Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, that's
Lopez
kind of
line.
hard when, even though he was Mr. Irrelevant, he looks like he could actually be pretty damn good and is probably going to be on the
Let's just trade for
Mavs
him.
roster this year.
Although, okay, on the
Yeah,
bright side,
maybe, probably not.
having 2 Antetokounmpos and 2 Lopez's means that we're probably going to get a lot of 2v2 videos between those two. Has to happen.
Possibly.
But also
I
the
don't know.
Lopez's don't like each other that well. I don't think.
I think they do. It's just they're really competitive, obviously, when they go up against each other. The Raptors, they added Rondae Hollis Jefferson.
Where did Gilgeous-Alexander get traded to, by the way?
He got traded to the Thunder.
Oh yeah, he was part of that trade. That's what I thought.
That was part of the George deal.
Paul
Yeah.
George, yeah.
Tyus Jones is going to the Grizzlies.
Interesting.
Jeremy Grant got traded from the Thunder to the Nuggets. Then JaMychal Green is staying with the Clippers. Jabari Parker signed a 2-year, $13 million deal with the Hawks. Avery Bradley signed a 2-year, $9.7 million with the Lakers. The Hawks traded away Amari Spellman to the Warriors for Damon Jones and a second-round pick. Mike Muscala is sticking with the Thunder. Alec Burks backed out of his agreement to sign with the Thunder and is instead signing with the Warriors. And then the Suns they finished off the waiving of Kyle Korver, and it looks to be about it, really, for any kind of big name news besides,
fucking mess right now.
Besides KD saying he's going to wear number 7.
What a joke.
That seems to be the biggest news.
What a joke.
And I don't know why a jersey number is the biggest news.
He should just start, I don't know, trying to take over everything that Melo ever did as number 7. So nobody remembers Melo as 7. They always remember KD as 7. That'd be funny.
You talk about Lucroy yet?
Oh, yeah. We should talk about that. So, going back to MLB for a second. Jonathan Lucroy is dead. R.I.P. His funeral hasn't yet to be announced.
Actually, not to confuse anyone, but yes, he's dead.
Yeah, he's not physically dead, but he's basically dead.
Well, actually, I saw something. All he got out of this was concussion and a broken nose.
Yeah. So anyone that didn't see, I don't know if I'll be able to get the video up. If I can.
If not, just look it up.
Yeah, just look up
when the
Jonathan
Angels
Lucroy injury, and it'll be very recent. But so
the Angels played the Astros, and it was it ended up being, what was it, a 10 or an 11 inning game that ended 11-10.
I don't know, but it was a fly ball to right. It was fairly deep too.
fly ball to right, and Cole Calhoun made actually a pretty damn good throw. But the only problem was that Jake Marisnick was on third, and he came with a head of steam into home plate. And from what I heard and from what I saw
Physically
from
have
his
steam.
tweet, from what I saw from his tweet, so what happens is that when a catcher gets the ball on a throw to home, what they normally do is they slide over to the left because that's where the runners, since they're posted up on the inside of the plate, the runner is going to try to bank out to the left side of the plate and try to evade the tag. Well, in preparation for him doing that, when he got the ball, that's what Jake Marisnick thought Jonathan Lucroy was going to do. He did not. What Jonathan Lucroy instead did was stayed in on the right side of the plate when he got the ball. So Marisnick was diving headfirst to slide and just
Lucroy
absolutely thundercucked.
It was one of those like
Jonathan
collisions where you, as soon as you see it, you're like, "Holy shit!" And like you know the guy's
shit.
fucked up because Lucroy, like, he hit the ground and it was one of those where like he was so knocked out
He had the polio arms.
that his arm, like his arm was just like
Yep.
shit, like, oh, and very slowly went back. It reminded me of that guy
Mhm.
that got double kneed to the face this weekend in UFC.
Oh,
Like, I don't know
yeah,
if you saw
with the
that, but the
5-second
guy that
knockout.
got knocked out in 5 seconds, yeah, he got hit and his whole body just like froze up, and he hit the ground, and even after
Yeah.
bouncing off the ground, his neck didn't move. Like he hit the ground just like kunk, kunk. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck?
Well,
I
But
mean,
yeah,
problem
so
was Lucroy didn't get
was
the ball.
scary.
No,
He
he
had
didn't.
I mean,
And,
that's not the only problem.
Yeah.
The problem is he probably has a mushy
saying
brain
that's-
now.
That's not what I was saying.
As
Idiot.
most of us
Realistically,
catchers
there was
end-
no problem.
eventually end up with, but
There was no problem with the play itself, I don't think. Because
Uh,
Marisnick,
No, I'm saying that's why there was that collision.
I don't know. I still think he should have been
I-
ejected, whether or not it was an intentional or not.
it wasn't. It was a circumstance. Like it wasn't. Or it's just
Tell
like
me if you've heard
this
this
happened.
before,
It was
but blood draws fouls. NHL.
All right, soccer player, how's it going, man?
No. NHL.
I mean, it was an awful hit. It looked horrible, but I mean, he wasn't trying to do it, obviously, because I mean, you don't show remorse like that if you weren't actually like not trying to do something about it. It just so happened that they both. It's basically rock paper scissors. Both of them chose rock, but they couldn't play a second round to see who won because
One rock broke
One rock shattered.
rock got put into the casket.
because
Yeah.
it got the fucking jackhammer.
I mean, it was just one of those
Down to
things.
the helmet.
Throwing him out's not going to do much about it because I mean, it's not going to resurrect Jonathan Lucroy.
Yeah,
not-
Austin,
it's
what
not-
did you throw him out for targeting?
It's not going to put his brain matter back in. It's
If you didn't know what I was talking about the NHL fucking Pavelski game, whatever that was.
That was a
Let's
dirty
hit.
play.
Fuck.
anywho's what's it. On a different note, I'm just
The
going to
dude
take
was
this quick
bleeding
moment.
out the side of his head.
I'd like to introduce a new segment. Obscure Sports Quarterly. So
I was going to
Zach
say, I'm
is
on a
going-
quick.
I thought it was gonna be Jake fights Austin.
I wanted to
Oh,
quick
that's
say an
all right.
RIP to my boy Cameron Boyce. Jesse was a great show.
Yeah.
Very true.
He'll be missed.
Very true.
Rip.
But if we're giving a shout out to dead people, then I'd like to give a shout out to an alive person. Shout out to Lil Skeezy. Check him out on SoundCloud. If you don't know who he is, he's a local rapper. But he dropped his first rap today, and it was actually pretty dope.
Who's
Listen
Lil
to it.
Skeezy?
I actually don't know.
Nate Johnson.
I don't condone that.
I'm gonna send it to you. You
Promotion.
can listen to whenever you'd like. It's actually
Anyways, Obscure Sports Quarterly. Today on the docket for that, we have Disc Golf, Professional Disc Golf League or
Ooh.
Association.
Speaking of, I should really go hit the link soon. Haven't gone.
Is it the PDGA?
It is the PDGA, the Disc Golf,
I actually
or
did not
it's the
know that
Professional
existed.
Disc Golf Association.
The public display of gay anal.
Gooch Association. Public display of
Public
Gooches.
display of
Gooch.
genital accessories.
Yes,
but-
there we go.
So, let me go here. There are 2 tournaments that I had my eye on, one of which was the 2019 Great Lakes Championship. And in that tournament, it's already finished up. Both the tournaments are finished up. The Great Lakes tournament, we saw David Feldberg come out with a victory in that one. Final score, I wasn't really able to check. However, I did do a little digging on David Feldberg. David Feldberg has been he's been frolfing, he's been disc golfing since 1997, and has made a total career earning of $411,000 in his career earnings. So he added another win. He added another win to his belt. This looks like it makes it his 115th career win.
Jesus.
And he's boasting about a 20% win percentage on his wins to events ratio. The other one that I was looking at was the PDGA Professional Masters Disc Golf World Championship,
It's the Masters
driven
of
by
disc golf.
Innova. Yeah. And
Do they
in
play
this,
Augusta?
in all 2, they did not play at Augusta. They played in Vermont.
That'd be dope.
I just
They should
thought
play
we
it-
should have
they should
had
play at
Albano
Augusta.
on for this.
Oh, they should play at Augusta and just put frolf holes above the actual holes.
No. Do not ruin Augusta like that. How
But
much takes to even play there?
we saw
A lot.
an absolute legend, perhaps the best disc golfer to ever grace the game. Good old Paul Macbeth came out with the victory in the World
Macbeth.
Championships here.
I've actually heard of him.
He shot a.
No, you've just
he's
heard
a very
Macbeth.
great frolfer.
That's Shakespeare.
He shot a nice
No.
neg 31 to secure the win. Kevin Jones came in second with a neg 30. Zachariath
With a TH.
Johnson. It's Zackeriath. Yes, Zachariath Johnson finished third with a neg 23, and Calvin Heimberg finished fourth with a negative 22. Macbeth basically took the lead over from Kevin Johnson in the last round, shooting a negative 11 to, Kevin Jones. Paul Macbeth shot a negative 11, and Kevin Jones ended up shooting a neg 9 for that event. And I looked, and Paul Macbeth, off that win, made $2,000.
Damn.
So
Beth wins again.
Yep.
I actually don't know if Macbeth won
He
Shakespeare.
Yeah, I don't fucking know either. But
Oh.
yeah, Paul Macbeth, well, world-renowned frolfer. He won the world championship in Vermont this week
For $2,000?
for
Bring it to Crystal.
$42,000 worth of prize money.
Bring him up to
I
Crystal.
believe.
I'll beat him 1v1.
Yeah, that guy
actually
would
would like to see him.
He'd probably
I'd
laugh.
actually like to watch. I'd like to watch that. That'd be interesting.
It's
Alright.
insane. Like, I've watched that stuff, and they actually get like a disc tracker, and it like tracks the path of the disc, and some of the throws that these guys do is just it's
Yeah, they're
absolutely
insane.
fucking nuts.
I'm gonna wrap it up with one more segment. This time we are fully prepared for this one. So, slice of life. Zach had a topic that he wanted to talk about. Zach, what is that topic?
Well, this is something that I think about almost daily, and it irks me every time I do think about it. I feel I've been preparing for this discussion for years, maybe my whole life. And the topic is, why, in God's name, on this beautiful earth of ours, do people despise Nickelback nearly as much as they do? I do not understand it.
Because they have 3 decent songs.
They do not have
Whoa.
3 decent
Whoa.
songs. Are you kidding me?
Alright, so I'm actually taking Zach's side on
this
this for
afternoon.
once. which actually I probably do more often than I take your side, because that's why you want to fight me. But no,
Yeah.
they actually do have a couple decent songs.
This is
And everyone says that they have shitty voices, and they don't.
You just I gave him 3, and you changed it.
just took
to-
one away. Are you? Oh my God! I can't believe you guys do not appreciate Nickelback for the genius that they are.
Just because I said a
Okay,
couple
Please
doesn't mean
explain.
two.
Please explain.
Please
Nickelback
explain.
is decent.
Couple
You're
does
telling
mean
me
2. I will look it up right now.
I
telling
did not
me
mean
that
it in that text.
they only have 3 good songs: "Saving Me" or "Saving Me," "Far Away," "Photograph." They
Photograph.
also have "This Afternoon," "Something in Her Mouth,"
Rockstar.
Rockstar. Yes, like all,
How Do You
and also
Remind
Chad
Me?
Kroeger. Thank you. Chad Kroeger also did that. I forgot what the song's called, but he did that one with Santana. I count that as Nickelback because it's Chad Kroeger. Basically, it's his voice that is. I mean,
All
it's-
the Right Reasons.
they have
their
so
album
many
from
good
2005
songs.
was their best album.
they have so many good songs, and I just don't understand why people sit here. Like, I understand it, the meme. Look at this graph. Whatever. Who gives a fuck? But it's
I think it depends on when you grew up.
we grew up all at
But
the
we
same
grew up
time.
right in the midst of it, and I agree with Zach.
I don't think we all grew up at the same time. I'm pretty sure my
Yeah, you grew
parents
up
and my
way later,
grandparents
'cause you're
grew
an
up at
immature little
different
Us
times.
bitch.
three.
Okay,
Honestly,
you said you're. The question's not why do we not like Nickelback. It's why does everybody not like Nickelback.
Like,
Because
it-
people are
Everybody
immature
didn't grow up at the
bitches.
same
not
time.
every single one of their
Immature
songs sound the same either, and that's what
bitches.
everybody says. Not
I'm
all of their songs sound the same. I don't get it. Just looking at on Apple Music, just looking at their top songs: Rockstar, How You Remind Me,
Or
Photograph,
Spotify.
Far Away, Saving Me, If Today Was Your Last Day, Burn It to the Ground,
Half of those are good.
If Everyone Cared, Something in Your Mouth,
Jake, where would you rate, on a scale of 1
Never
to 10,
Gonna Be
how would
Alone.
you rank Nickelback?
What do you mean?
Scale of 1 to 10, how good are they?
Burn It to the Ground.
Probably a bad time to talk about that song when I'm asking Jake for a ranking 1 through 10.
5.
Fair enough.
I'm
Point-
not saying that.
5
I'm not
point
saying
six.
they're. I'm not
Zach,
saying
what
they're
would-
10.
what would
I'm
you
not
rank
saying
it,
they're a
Zach?
9. Personally, I would rank. They're a good band. Am I saying they're great? No. Am I saying that they're the best? No. Am I saying they're awful? God, no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that people do not appreciate them for what they are and for how good that they are compared to what they are criticized as. I believe that they are most likely around like a 7.1. Like, they're a solid band. They are a solid band. But everybody's sitting there just like, Nickelback sucks. Oh, God, why send me to hell before you
Okay.
play a Nickelback album for me?
I thought I
Oh
could
my
agree
Who's
with
saying
you.
that though?
I
don't know.
Actually,
Was never into Nickelback. Like, I was never into Nickelback.
I thought that I could agree with Zach, but I can't.
What do you mean? How can you not? What? You
I
are
was good
flip-flopping
until
more
I
than a
asked
fucking
for your
pancake
ranking,
here,
and you said a
princess.
what? A what? A 7 point what?
A 7.1.
No.
They're a good band. If you want to base this off of like a Dave
Okay.
Portnoy pizza review, they're a good band. I mean, am I gonna drive all the way out there to listen to it?
They're a
No.
little floppy.
They got a little bit of New York flop to them, but they're a good band. It's not like
They do
they're
not
awful
deserve
and
to be
everybody
over a
turns.
7.
Are you You were just sitting here on my side naming
No.
off of all the songs with me, and now you're gonna
No,
sit
no,
here
no.
and flop back?
I said they had 3 decent songs, and Austin said that, which literally means 2.
Yeah, he said a couple, and then he goes 2, and then he goes
No,
like,
no.
and he goes like, that's not what it is, and then he starts naming off the songs with me. Are you kidding me? And now he's gonna flop back and say like, 7.1's too high. You fucking kidding me? A 7.1 is good. It's not great. It's not amazing. They're good. They're a good band. They're, like I said, they're not the best. They're not great. They're a good band. They're a good band, but everybody sits here and thinks, oh, they're just a fucking meme. They
wouldn't
fucking
consider
suck. I'd rather get hit by a
Seven
car
good.
than listen to Nickelback.
Unrelated, actually related, but not related. Bon Jovi.
Not a
Bon Jovi has only a couple. Like,
That's
good
Nine-
songs.
no, that is
9.0.
bad. And I think part of it, why it's bad to a lot of people,
You've
is
now listened to the classics.
I mean, look who likes it. Like, no,
White Mom.
people who were young-ish girls when they were in their prime,
Yeah. White Mom.
Oh, hey.
and the dads
Excuse
that
me.
banged those women at the concerts.
Wow,
You
at least
got a
getting
point.
Played then.
You got a point. Who would you say?
And
who would
all
you
the
say
other
is better?
guys hated them during that.
Who would you say is better, Bon Jovi or Nickelback?
Bon Jovi.
Would you like the shit?
No. It's,
Okay,
I'll
I
take
think
the
out.
piss
how the
in a
hell?
big
Yeah,
old
yes.
glass.
How are you seriously disrespecting Bon Jovi like this? Are you serious?
What do you mean? They had
Are you,
like.
are you legit? Like I'm laughing
What do
because
you
I
mean?
can't
Are
take you
you
serious.
legit?
Are you? Do you seriously hate
Bon,
Nick?
Bon Jovi's overrated.
It's awful.
Bon Jovi's overrated.
Way overrated. Oh man.
If it wasn't for Bon Jovi and having
My brain looks
Living
like
on
that
a
meme
Prayer.
right now where the guy's just
Living
like,
on the Prayers the worst.
Living on the Prayers would put them on the map, but if that wasn't it, their songs
You
wouldn't
have a
really see
syndrome.
nearly as much light.
I
So
thought
do
I
you,
had a
save
hole
the
in my eardrum,
7.1.
not you.
No, you have one in your chest. Get it right.
And your brain,
Both.
apparently. I have one in my heart where Bon Jovi. That's sucked in.
Nickelback is better
Oh
than
my
Bon
God.
Jovi, and people don't give
No.
Nickelback the type of credit that they deserve.
No, Bon Jovi's so much
Again,
better than
not
Nickelback.
saying that Nickelback is
Oh.
a great band. I'm saying they're good. They're underrated in my opinion. They are good, not great. They are good.
We're gonna leave this for the people, but Bon Jovi is so much better than
If you want to see a
Nickelback.
debate episode,
All 10 of
on
you?
this- yeah, all 10 of you,
Comments.
comment down below.
Also, someone needs to fight Austin, and I want to do
Check
it.
our Instagram and Twitter because I will definitely put up a poll. Because this is downright bad. This cannot be tolerated.
What
Just
do you
like
mean this
Bon
cannot be
Jovi.
tolerated? Yeah, thank you.
Oh my God.
On this highway.
Well, before we sign off, any final thoughts? No, fuck both of you. I do have a final thought actually. Mauricio Dubon called up to the MLB by the Brewers, shortstop.
Oh, yeah.
after
Mhm.
after Orlando Arcia went down with an injury. And for those of you that do not know, my brother has messaged this Mauricio Dubon in the past, and they've actually had a decent conversation. And it's shocking. It's like, he's a verified guy on Twitter. He's now in the MLB, and my brother has just had a conversation with him over Twitter. And a while back, they were talking, and he said, "Hey man, if you ever make it to the MLB, you should send me a jersey." So lo and behold, he gets called up this weekend, and Braden sends him a screenshot of their old messages and says, and the message says, "Hey, since you're my idol, what about a jersey hookup?" He goes, "Haha, when I'm in the big leagues, remind me, and I'll make sure to mail it to you." He said, "You for real?" He said, "Yeah, sure." So Braden sent him the screenshot and said, "You said it, big man, but again, congrats on the debut." And his only response was, "I got you. What size?" That's fucking dope.
Yeah, that's
So
pretty
also,
cool.
Since Braden can talk to him, I'm hoping and desperately, long shot hoping that eventually, somehow, we can get this man on the pod.
That'd be cool and all.
Braden's
But,
cooler than you, though.
At this
So
point, Braden's not cooler
Braden
than
can join if we just can get Mauricio on here.
I would love
whatever
that
we
to
can do
happen,
for
but I'm not
resale,
going to
that
ride
would be
the
dope.
coattails of your brother's success. Nope,
I'm not either.
not going
but
to ride the
that would be
coattails.
awesome.
What,
So,
what do
yeah.
you mean you're not?
That was my
Austin, you're in charge. You can just have them.
Yep, you're all on this. I
Right
mean,
in.
now since he's
Like, who the fuck is this?
and I quote, he's now my favorite player. And if you ask why, it's because
He's number 2.
I made the comment that he is now the same number as your former fucking man crush, Tony Plush.
T
or
Plush.
Scooter Jeanette.
T Plush
Hell of a hockey player.
or Scooter.
I
and
love all
also-
number 2s, so I'm probably gonna. Well,
He actually
I didn't get a
I
Quentin
actually
Berry
do,
jersey
too.
when he was number 2, but I should
he
probably get
loves all
one of
number
those.
2s. Austin loves shit. That's why he talked about eating my ass for so long.
What can I say? Any closing thoughts?
Like a corn cob.
What that mouth do? Closing
Live on a
thoughts,
prayer,
Neil?
boys.
Don't get lost on this highway.
You're both bastards. I hate both of you. So for any of
On
you
July.
that, Jesus Christ. For any of you that watch our Power Rankings videos, this week should be a special one. We pissed off a couple people, and a couple people want to come on the pod this week for Power Rankings. So if you want to see a nice fiery debate, check out the Power Rankings videos.
Those can't be our first guests.
Well, that's not the main show guest. Actually, we could have one of them on the main show. I do have one strong debate topic with him.
Jockey Strap? Or
Yes. Discussing future Hall of Famers and what hats they will wear.
yeah.
Justin Verlander.
Yes. So that one should be. I'd like to do that one soon. Maybe this weekend. Other than that, probably there's not a lot of news to cover this week, so you probably won't get a video until maybe Sunday. Not quite sure. Probably actually no, you'd probably get a content video.
Yep.
Zach.
Oh yeah.
Content video and short pod, probably.
Mm-hmm.
We're also
Because we
gonna
got a
get our
golf outing to
update.
go.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Wish
We got a
us luck
golf
on that
outing
one,
this
everyone.
weekend. It's.
Yeah,
I mean,
charity.
it's a tournament, but like there's weird stuff. So it's
Oh,
the
it'll be
Emily C. Lyons golf outing, and we will be playing 18 holes of golf, where half of the holes have a weird objective to them. Whether that be trying to drive the ball off the tee with a inner tube around your waist, driving with beer goggles, not
might help
actual
me.
like driving. I mean like
Also might help me.
hitting it with your driver. Then there's also there's one
Depending
last.
on what. Wait, the beer goggles, is that the. Where it makes you look drunk? Or makes you feel drunk?
Yes.
So, depending on what hole that's on, that could be beneficial.
Mm-hmm. Then there's another one that
Cancel
also.
that.
I need to let you know this, Jake. Make sure to bring a distance driver, because there will be a hole where you tee off with a Frolf disc
Obscure Sports Quarterly.
instead of hitting the ball, you're teeing off with a Frolf disc.
I don't throw it very far.
Yeah, bullshit. You don't throw very far. I've seen you clear the road on the par 5.
Jesus Christ. Jake,
yeah.
closing thoughts from you?
No.
No, you said
I
yours.
just go
Fuck
to
you.
bed.
Yeah, me too. All right. Check us out on Instagram at The Backdoor Pod. On Twitter at Podcast Backdoor. If you guys didn't see, we have had people tweeting at us, people tweeting for us. Yeah. And then, Zach, would you like to do the honors?
Of what?
Email us, baby. Email
Don't
us.
fucking email us.
Email us at the podcast. Oh no, at the
You got a
Backdoor
name?
Pod
You got
at
a name, bro?
gmail.com. So yeah. Check us
Let me
out.
send out my fucking messenger pigeon and get you this fucking contact info.
Exactly.
Send us dog pics, not dick pics.
Yeah, send us
Or
debate
dick pics of your
topics.
dog.
Red Rockets.
Austin
yes.
would love that. Eat it right up.
Literally.
Oh god. Please
And
send
he
us
runs
debate
it, so-
topics. Please DM us if you want to get on. We need guests. We can make it fun.
That sounds desperate. We don't need guests. We
Yeah,
like
We don't
them.
need you.
We'd like guests. That would be fun. So yeah, if you guys want to come on, we already have a couple people lined up that want to get on here. So hopefully we'll be getting a scheduled recording with them. Nice debate topics. But yeah. All right. Well,
Holy shit.
Rock on, boys.
yeah, Bon Jovi's better than Nickelback. So peace
Don't you
out.
ever fucking say that again. I'll rip your goddamn top.
Just like a sport, anything fly. It's all good. Let me jump in and sing in the trumpet. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes me your man. Mambo number 5. Jump up and down and move it all around. Shake your hand to the sound, put your hands on the ground. Take one step left and one step right. One to the front and one to the side. Clap your hands once and clap your hands twice. And if it looks like this, then you're doing it. A little bit of Monica in my life. A little bit of Erica by my side. A little bit of Rita's all I need. A little bit of Tina's what I see. A little bit of Sandra in the sun. A little bit of Mary all night long. A little bit of Jessica, here I am. A little bit of you makes...
I wasn't doing that. I wanted his name to be Shrimp Peen, since I'm Big Nut. But now S-Peen for small peen.
S-peen. I feel like that's a shape of a peen.
S-Peen. Small-sized bean.
You guys choose the best times to give me content.
Here, what? Dude, I'm playing Pokemon. Get off my ass. Let me be me. On my fucking DS that has this dank-ass fire dragon skin wrap before... This was before wrapping cars and, like, rose gold was cool. Wrap your DS in fucking fire dragons, yo.
Oh, also we should talk about the Lucray injury for a second.
Yeah,
right.
dude's dead.
Yeah. All right, 5 seconds. Now you just fucked it all up.